Appreciate it.
All right, while we wait for Coach to join us here in just a moment, just a reminder to raise your hand, address your questions to us. We'll take questions for players after an opening statement from Coach. So when you get the mic, please identify yourself and address your questions to a specific player. After that, we'll let the players go and we'll take questions for Coach. But Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, extremely proud of this group of guys for battling through. Colorado State is really good. Nico does an unbelievable job, and I thought it was a great game. You know, Julian Reese, who gets 1,000 rebounds in this game, comes up probably with the biggest rebound of his career, and then makes his free throws. So give Colorado State a lot of credit. They're an excellent basketball team. I feel bad that they had to go that way, but I really felt like maybe we were due eventually for one of those to go for us.
All right, question starting for the players.
Derek, only 3 seconds to go there. What was going through your mind once you got that ball in your hands?
That I gotta get fouled or go out there and make the shot.
Hey, DQ, Gene Wong, Washington Post. What are you doing to kind of block out the noise and just focus on what you had to do once the ball was in your hand? And how do you keep your composure in a moment like that as only a freshman?
So that was my first game winner, and when Coach drew up the play, my teammates trusted me and he trusted me. Like I was a little bit nervous, but I knew like we was due for one, and I had to make this.
And Drew, for you, just what's going through your mind when you see DQ hit that shot and it goes through, and you know you go to the Sweet 16?
Yeah, you know, we have all confidence in him. We knew where the ball was going to. We had to get the ball in his hands. He had the mismatch, so I feel like he just took advantage and do the things that he usually do. And it's just I was there for the rebound if it would have came off, and y'all saw what happened.
Cameron Buford, Voice of the Fans. Hey, Coach, right here.
Please, players.
Yeah, I
players
think
still
you're
right
doing
now.
players
Okay.
first, sorry.
I'm sorry, Julian, standing there at the free throw line, knocking down the 2 free throws to give your team the lead. Talk about the thought process going to that and the confidence that you must have had to get that done.
Yeah, when I was at the line, like I was really just excited because like this is really what I work for in the off season. Like that's literally all I was thinking. Like the off season work, just the same shot, and I was just literally like before we went in the huddle, like when they were reviewing it, we just like, let's worry about defense right now. I got these shots. Let's just worry about defense. So I really wasn't thinking too much about the shot, like making it. I was really thinking about defense, and I was really just like extremely confident going into the line.
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Ju, when you grabbed that big offensive board, I was thinking that somewhere your sister was probably freaking out. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at your phone yet, but I wondered if you had and if she said anything. And also just, why do you think the 2 basketball players in your family are such good rebounders?
No, you know, I haven't like looked at my messages yet, so I know she's probably going crazy on my phone still right now. But as far as like the rebounding, that running in the family, I think it's just like a hard thing. You know, we just play the game with so much intensity and just wear our feelings in our sleeve and just try to play our hardest. And I just really didn't want that to be our last game, so I just really wanted to play real hard.
Kyle Goon, Baltimore Banner. Derek, I know you were saying you were kind of due. This is your first game winner ever, or?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have given it to him if I had known that.
Astute decision. Did you come to Maryland to make moments like this, especially in March?
Yes, of course. I mean, first I just want to put on for Baltimore. I mean, a lot of people don't really make it out of Baltimore, and then I just wanted to come here and make a change, and then hopefully I did make a change so Coach Willard can keep getting a lot of local kids, and yeah.
Rod, for you, what was the kind of, and for the team, but what was, if any, adjustments at halftime? It looked like you came out more aggressive, particularly in the second half, shooting the 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, even though I miss shots, like I'm still going to shoot the ball. I'm still going to be myself. I'm going to be aggressive no matter what. And I'm sure everybody know that. They giggling next to me. But, yeah, I'm going to stay in attack mode all game.
And were there any adjustments defensively that maybe helped you kind of win this game?
Yeah, as a team, I think we were in our own heads on the offensive end in the first half. And then at halftime, coach was telling us that defense dictates offense. We got to get deflections and just play defense, lock up.
Just a couple more for the players.
Adeshina Koike, a lot of sports talk. For any of the players, first of all, congratulations. Coach Willard said, tongue-in-cheek, on Friday that no one listens to him in his household, his wife, his kids, but tongue-in-cheek. What makes Coach Willard? Or otherwise? What makes Coach Willard someone who basketball players listen to, and what has he meant to you guys in the short time he's been with you?
First, he do pay us the money, and then so we got to listen to him, and we all trust him because he's like a player coach, and then he want nothing but the best for us, and he just he coaches hard. He talked to us other than basketball. He's just always there and just want us to win.
Yeah, just I feel like as a player, you got to put that trust into your coach. It's part of being a team, and as a leader, I got to listen to him, and we got to take something from each other, and just that's what we got to do for us to win. And I feel like every good team has that listens to their team leader, and everybody works together just to do that.
Yeah, and both on and off the court, we love Coach Willard, man. So, that trust is there, like the guys were saying, and that goes into everything else.
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic, for Jew and Rodney. A lot of times when Derek's out on the floor, he just looks like a little kid. He's always smiling. He's playing with his mouth guard all the time. What is it like to play with someone who has like a lot of joy about the game?
I think we need that. I think while we're playing, we get, especially me, I'm speaking for myself, but I get so locked into the game, I need to relax a little bit, Having him in the locker room, I'm not so tense. So, I appreciate that from him.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to let the players go. We only have a few minutes with Coach, so thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
And we'll start here with questions for Coach.
You can take it, go ahead.
Kevin, can you tell us the feeling of being on the right side of a one-possession game finally in the most important of circumstances?
It feels really good, to be honest with you, because we battled back. Jew making the free throws. These guys have bounced back every time we've had a buzzer beater, and really the gut punch was Michigan State. These guys have shown such character in how they've bounced back, and that's all I told them in the huddle. I said, guys, for the first time, we have time left. I'm like, it's our time to kind of make our moment happen. We haven't had that chance. And so I was really they just bounced back. They're a great group. They do listen. And, I'm just happy for them. This is a moment that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. I'm still going to be coaching for hopefully 10 or 12 more years. But for these guys, Jew's a senior, DQ's going to the pros, Rod's going to be around with me for a while, but it's a great experience for him.
Can you kind of take us through the huddle with 3.6 seconds left, what you kind of told the guys and what you drew up, and the result, obviously, great execution?
Yeah, I've run the same play at the end of the game now, ever since Isaiah Whitehead made a buzzer beater against Villanova, and it's not. I'm not mentioning that for. It's not. Y'all gotta stop that shit. It's not. That's not like a pseudo thing. I ran that for Isaiah Whitehead, and we ran it twice this year for Derek. And he scored. And I asked the guys, I said, who wants the ball? Because sometimes you can draw something up for a guy that maybe doesn't want the basketball. And his exact words, I want the MF ball. And so once he said that, it was a pretty simple decision. And I could see everyone's body language kind of perk up a little bit because he was so confident in that fact he wanted the basketball. So it was just a simple zipper, give him the basketball and let him go to work.
Coach, good call on the game-winning play. Was he the only one that had eyes lit up, or was he the first one that eyes lit up?
He was just he was the first one, and he was very enthusiastic about wanting the basketball. And again, I know he's only a freshman. I know this is a big stage, but Rodney's never been in the NCAA tournament. Jacoby's never been in the NCAA tournament. Hard to run a play at the end of the game for a 6'11" center like Jew. So my option, when he said he wanted the basketball, it just made it pretty simple.
Coach, they beat you on the offensive boards. They beat you in steals. How do you explain the win of this game outside of guts and guile?
No, I mean, Colorado State's good, man. I watch film. We watch film after Grand Canyon, and I said this might be the best team we've played all year offensively. They pass the ball, they screen well. Nico runs stuff. He's got 8 trillion plays, so this is just a great win for our guys.
Kevin, Eli Cohen with the Diamondback. I know you mentioned, you want these moments to be about the players, but for you, getting to your second weekend as head coach, what's that feeling like? Yeah,
I mean, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'd much rather be coaching than being back home. I wish my first weekend would have been at Seton Hall, to be honest with you. Seton Hall was really good to me, and I thought we had some chances. It's Hornaby, to be honest with you. I know it's always been on my back, and it's always been a stigma. But I had confidence in myself that eventually, if you keep getting to this tournament, which my teams keep getting to this tournament, that I was eventually going to knock the door down. I wish I would have done it at Seton Hall, to be honest with you, first. It was a place I loved and still love, and they were so good to me. I wish I would have been able to do it there, but I'm glad that this is only our second Sweet 16 in 23 years here. So I'm just as happy that it happened at Maryland.
Kyle Goon, Baltimore Banner. Kevin, Rodney's own words, we were in our heads offensively. I think at one point he was 1 for 8, and there were other guys who were not shooting that well. At halftime, what did you kind of try to get out of them, and what did you see in the execution?
Yeah, I've learned this team. They don't react well to me being negative or me being angry. Not that I get angry anymore, but I just reminded everybody that as bad as we played offensively, we were only down 7. We should have been down probably 13 or 14 points as bad as we played offensively. And just reminded them that, let's go back to doing what we've been doing. The nerves are real. Playing in your second round for these guys, a lot of these guys, the nerves are real, and they want to perform at a high level. The game has changed. They play well, and the next thing you know, their NIL dollars go up. The transfer portal opens up, I think, tomorrow. Brilliant move by the NCAA. So there's so many different stresses. Plus, they want to win. They want to play well. Their families are here. You just have to, so for me, I just try to give them a stress-free zone in the locker room. It's the locker room is their safe spot. The huddle is their safe spot. They know they're going to come over and not get yelled at. They know they're going to come over and get encouraged. It's the same thing at halftime. And we watched film at halftime, and we watched our defense, and everybody kind of just looked around at each other and was like, all right, that's not what we're about. So pretty much just being a dad, pretty much, and just letting these guys know it's okay and we're going to play better.
We got one more question.
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Kevin, I wondered what it's like when you have Derek. Like I said, he looks like a little kid a lot of the time. And then for him to say that in the huddle emphatically, which is something that often you need a senior, a really experienced veteran to say.
Yeah, I've talked about Derek at length. His positivity and his joyfulness for life. His mom has the same energy. He just has such a great energy about him that when you're around him, you're going to smile, you're going to laugh, you're going to hug him. His teammates are the same way. He just has, not too many people in this world have positive energy anymore. And he's so fun to be around because he's always positive. And so when he said that he wanted the ball, and the way he said it, I knew something good was going to happen, because good things happen to great people, and he is a great, great person.
All right, thank you
See
very
everybody
much,
in San
Coach.
Francisco.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, congratulations.